She joked, "LOL, your mom looks like a man in drag at my birthday party." I said, hilarious. When her own mother heard the recording and cut her out of the will for disrespecting elders, the friendship and inheritance both died. I, 26 male, just watched a 15-year friendship implode over one disgusting joke. Still processing everything that went down. Me and Natasha, 27, have been tight since middle school. We went through everything together. Awkward teenage years, college admissions stress, first jobs, all of it. Our families got close too. Her mom, Beatrice, basically adopted me after my dad passed when I was 19. She'd invite me to family dinners, holidays, even took me on their family vacation to the coast one summer. Real saint of a woman. My mom had a rough couple years. She was in a bad car accident 3 years ago. Drunk driver hit her head on. Survived, but barely. Severe facial scarring despite multiple surgeries. The trauma also triggered alopecia. She lost most of her hair, and what grew back came in patchy. She wears wigs now, but is super self-conscious about how they look. Also gained weight from the medications and limited mobility during recovery. She used to be this vibrant social person. Now she barely goes anywhere. Works from home, gets groceries delivered, only comes out for my stuff and doctor appointments. Breaks my heart seeing her like this. Last month was my 26th birthday. Decided to do something low-key at my apartment. Maybe 20 people, just drinks and hanging out. My roommate Dimitri was setting up his camera on a tripod to record people doing birthday messages for me. Cheesy, but whatever. He made it super obvious, even put a sign next to it saying, "Recording, leave birthday message for Jordan." My mom actually came by, which surprised me. She brought my favorite dessert, homemade tiramisu, and stayed for about half an hour. Wore her nicest wig and a dress I hadn't seen her in since before the accident. I could tell she pushed herself to be there for me. She mostly stayed in the kitchen with me, but did chat with a few people who came to grab drinks. Everyone was cool, complimenting the tiramisu, making normal conversation. She left around 9 p.m. after giving me a long hug. About an hour later, people were pretty buzzed. Natasha had been drinking since 6 p.m., showed up with a half-empty wine bottle in her purse. We were sitting in the living room when she suddenly burst out laughing at nothing. "Yo, I'm sorry but I can't keep this in anymore," she announced to the whole room. "Did everyone see Jordan's mom? LOL, she literally looks like a man in drag. I was waiting for her to start lip-syncing to Cher or something." Dead silence. The camera was still recording from its tripod in the corner. I kept my voice flat. Hilarious. She took that as approval and kept going. "I'm just being real. Like that wig? Girl, that was Party City clearance rack realness. And her face, oof, rough. Someone get her on Drag Race so she can at least get paid for looking like that." My friend Kenji tried to interrupt. "Nat, that's not." "What? We're all thinking it. I love Jordan's mom, but damn, the glow down is real. Remember when she used to be pretty? Now she's giving me divine vibes. No shade, just facts." I got up and walked to my bedroom. Stayed there until I heard her leave about 45 minutes later. Woke up to 23 texts from her. "You mad? Don't be sensitive. Was just jokes. Everyone laughed, nobody did. Are being dramatic af, whatever a G, text me when are done pouting." Didn't respond. But I did do something else. See, Natasha's mom Beatrice is old school. Like immigrant parents who built their fortune from nothing old school. She owns 3 successful restaurants and various real estate. Very traditional values about respect, especially for elders and people who've suffered. She also happens to adore my mom, calls her a warrior for surviving that accident. Beatrice and my mom were supposed to have lunch that Friday. My mom mentioned Natasha seemed to have enjoyed the party. Beatrice said something about how Natasha complained I was being weird and ignoring her for no reason. So I sent Beatrice the video, the whole thing. Just the clip of her daughter's comedy routine about my mom's appearance with a message. "This is why I'm not speaking to Natasha. Thought you should know who your daughter really is." Sent it Thursday night. Friday morning, all hell broke loose. Update 1. The aftermath was swift and brutal. Beatrice watched that video and apparently went nuclear. According to what she told my mom later, she called Natasha immediately. "Beatrice, I just watched a video of you mocking Jordan's mother." "What? What video?" "The one where you compare her to a drag queen, the woman who survived a near-fatal accident." Oh my God, he seriously sent you that? I was drunk. It was a joke. Drunk reveals truth. Jokes reveal character. You're really taking his side? I'm your daughter. My daughter, who I taught better than this. Or so I thought. Beatrice hung up and drove to Natasha's condo. Yeah, the one Beatrice bought her. Natasha later told people her mom was there for less than 10 minutes, but in that time, told her she was disgusted by her behavior, said she needed to take a hard look at who she'd become, mentioned she'd be making some changes to their financial arrangement, left with Natasha's spare key to the condo. That night, my phone blew up. 87 texts, 42 calls. Here's a sampling. What the actual F? You told my mom? She's cutting me off. This is insane. It was a joke. Are seriously gonna ruin my life over this? I've been her friend for 15 years. And this is what you do. She took my condo key. I pay rent. She doesn't. Our mom probably doesn't even care. Bet she'd laugh if she knew. Pick up her phone. We need to talk now. This is so stupid. Can't believe her this petty. My mom is overreacting. BC Avu. Fix this. Jordan, please. I'll apologize, okay? There, I said sorry. Now call my mom. I didn't respond to any of it. Saturday morning, she showed up at my apartment, banged on the door for 10 minutes. Dimitri was home and recorded through the peephole as she yelled, I know you're in there. Stop being a little butch and open the door. 15 years. You're throwing away 15 years because I made one joke? Your mom's not even that sensitive. You're just being dramatic. My mom won't even talk to me. She changed the locks on my condo. That's illegal. I'll sue both of you. Dimitri just yelled back, he's not home. Also, you're being recorded. Again. She left after kicking the door. Monday, she tried a different approach. Showed up at my job. I work at a marketing firm. Told reception she was my sister with a family emergency. They called me to confirm, tell her to leave or I'm calling security. She was escorted out, but not before telling everyone in the lobby that I was a snake who ruins people's lives over jokes. Then came the social media campaign. She posted on everything. When your best friend of 15 years tries to destroy your relationship with your family over a drunken joke, toxic people will really weaponize anything. Some people can't handle honesty, so they run to mommy. Imagine being so sensitive that you ruin someone's life instead of just talking to them like an adult. The comments were interesting. Some of her friends backed her up initially until someone asked what the joke was. She kept deflecting, saying it wasn't relevant and people were missing the point. So Dimitri posted the video in the comments. The tide turned immediately. Wait, you said what about his mom? The woman who almost died in a car accident? And you're mad he told your mom? Girl, this ain't it. Team Jordan about. Maybe don't mock accident survivors? The entitlement, far too much. She deleted everything within hours, but the real drama was just beginning. Beatrice had been doing some investigating. Turns out, this wasn't Natasha's first rodeo with cruelty. Beatrice found screenshots from a group chat where Natasha regularly mocked her friends behind their backs. 3 former employees from Beatrice's restaurants who quit specifically because of Natasha's treatment when she would visit. A video from last year where Natasha berated a server until they cried. It had been sent to Beatrice anonymously, but she dismissed it as a misunderstanding. Evidence that Natasha had been telling people Beatrice was going senile to explain why she still needed financial support. At 27 Wednesday night, Beatrice called me. Jordan, I need to thank you. That video opened my eyes. I've been enabling a monster. I'm fixing this now. Update 2. So Natasha's entitlement reached new heights this month, and Beatrice followed through on her promises in ways I didn't expect. First, let me explain what financial arrangement meant. Beatrice had been paying Natasha's condo mortgage, $3,200 a month, car payment on a luxury SUV, $890 a month, credit card bills averaging $4 to $5K a month, monthly allowance of $2,500, health insurance, phone bill, utilities. All of it stopped immediately. But Beatrice didn't just cut her off. She gave Natasha options. 1. Move back home. Follow house rules. Work in one of the family restaurants. Earn her way back into good graces. 2. Take a $50 one-time payment to start fresh but forfeit any future inheritance. 3. Keep fighting and get nothing. Natasha chose option 4. Complete meltdown. She tried to claim the condo was hers since she'd been living there for 3 years. Beatrice's lawyer shut that down quick. Deed was in Beatrice's name. Natasha was technically a guest. She had 60 days to vacate. She tried to keep the car by hiding it at her boyfriend's place. Beatrice reported it stolen. Police found it within 24 hours. Natasha was given a warning since Beatrice didn't press charges. But the peak entitlement came when she ambushed my mom at her physical therapy appointment. My mom called me crying. Natasha had waited in the parking lot and confronted her. "You happy now? You turned Beatrice against me. I'm losing everything." My mom tried to get to her car, but Natasha blocked her path. "All because you can't take a joke. Maybe if you didn't look so pathetic, people wouldn't have material." My mom, "Natasha, please move. I don't want trouble." "Trouble? You already caused trouble. My life is ruined. You know what? The accident did you a favor. Now your outside matches your inside. Ugly and broken." Another patient was recording from their car. They sent me the video that night. I sent it to Beatrice. Then I called the police and filed a harassment report. Beatrice watched the video once. Then she called her lawyer and took option 2 off the table. Natasha was served with formal eviction papers the next day. She also received a cease and desist letter regarding harassment of my mother. And Beatrice's lawyer informed her that any inheritance she might have expected was being redirected to charity. Natasha's response was to hire some budget lawyer and try to sue Beatrice for emotional distress, promissory estoppel, claiming Beatrice promised to always support her, defamation for telling people why she was cut off, elder abuse. Beatrice is 58. The case was dismissed with prejudice. The judge actually laughed when he read the elder abuse claim. Then came the extinction. Wait, no. Actually, she tried something different. She started a business, a GoFundMe, disguised as an investment opportunity. Natasha now, empowering women through strategic life coaching. She was asking for $100 to launch her platform and help other women overcome toxic relationships. The irony was lost on her. She DM'd everyone she knew with this pitch. "Hey babe, I'm starting an amazing new venture focused on empowering women who've been betrayed by those closest to them. As someone who's overcome family trauma and friendship breakups, I want to help others. Investment starts at just $500. She raised $1,250, all from her boyfriend. Speaking of him, plot twist. Turns out he'd been planning to break up with her, but was waiting until after her birthday, which was last week. When he found out about the eviction, the timeline moved up. He dumped her via text while she was at viewing apartments she couldn't afford. His message was beautiful in its simplicity. "Can't do this anymore. Your mom was right about you. Please don't contact me again." She showed up at his job. Security removed her. She showed up at his gym. Banned for life. She showed up at his apartment. He'd already changed the locks, so now she was homeless, single, and broke. You'd think this would inspire some reflection. Nope. She created a TikTok series, How My Abusive Mother Destroyed My Life. Episode 1. She took my home. Episode 2. She stole my car. Episode 3. She turned everyone against me. Episode 4. She's keeping me from my inheritance. Each video conveniently left out why these things happened. Until someone found my post and linked it in her comments. She disabled comments. Then someone found the parking lot video and duetted it with her "My mom is abusing me" video. Her account was mass reported and banned within 48 hours. Final update. This is the last update because there's nothing left to update about. Natasha's life has completely imploded and she's still blaming everyone but herself. The eviction deadline came. She tried everything. Claimed squatters' rights. Does it work when there's a lease agreement, even if rent wasn't paid? Faked a disability to claim she couldn't be evicted. Provided no medical documentation. Accused Beatrice of being an unfit owner due to discrimination. Actually superglued the locks. Maintenance just drilled them out. On eviction day, she live-streamed herself being forcibly removed from her home by corrupt police. Except the officers were extremely professional, gave her multiple chances to leave voluntarily, and even helped carry her boxes. The livestream actually made her look worse. Only 73 people watched. The comments were brutal. Is this the girl who mocked the accident victim? Karma working overtime. Maybe get a job. Rich kids when they face consequences. Your mom's a saint for putting up with you this long. She's been couch surfing for the last month, but she can't keep her mouth shut, so she burns every bridge. Stayed with a cousin, left after calling their kids feral. Stayed with a college friend, left after saying the friend's husband was beneath her. Stayed with a coworker, left after eating their food and refusing to contribute. Stayed with her ex's friend, left after trying to seduce him for a place to stay. Last I heard, she was working part-time at a cell phone store and living in a weekly motel. Still posts about being a survivor and rising above toxic people. Meanwhile, Beatrice has been incredible. She set up a fund for accident survivors in my mom's name, paid for my mom to see a specialist who's helping with her scarring, invited us to her restaurant's private dining room for my mom's birthday, told everyone in her social circle exactly why Natasha was cut off, with receipts. My mom is doing better. The specialist has her on a new treatment plan that's showing real progress. She's even started going to a support group for accident survivors. Last week, she went to a movie theater for the first time in 2 years. Small steps, but still progress. Beatrice told me she's leaving everything to charity now. She said, "I failed as a mother. I created an entitled monster who thinks cruelty is humor. The least I can do is make sure my money goes to people who actually deserve it." I got one last message from Natasha last week. A long, rambling email about how I destroyed her life over nothing and how she forgives me and is ready to move forward when I apologize. I forwarded it to Beatrice with the subject line, "Still hasn't learned anything." Beatrice replied, "Some people are beyond help. Thank you again for showing me who she really is." I didn't respond to Natasha, blocked the email address, and moved on. You know what the saddest part is? All she had to do was genuinely apologize. If she'd shown even an ounce of real remorse that night, none of this would have happened. Instead, she chose to double, triple, and quadruple down on being awful. She lost her home, her car, her family, her inheritance, her boyfriend, and every friend who saw her true colors. All because she couldn't resist making fun of an accident survivor's appearance. The friendship died that night at my birthday party. The inheritance died when she showed who she really was, and honestly, nothing of value was lost. My mom still makes tiramisu. Beatrice joins us for dinner sometimes. Life's actually pretty good when you cut out toxic people who think cruelty is comedy. That's all. Thanks for reading.